thou shalt not murder. Is that originally a Jewish idea, thou shalt not murder? Buchwald, I know, I studied Hammurabi. Hammurabi was 400 years before the Torah. And Hammurabi says, thou shalt not murder. But listen to this, very interesting. In the Hammurabi Code, if I kill my neighbor's son, my neighbor can come and kill my son. That's what thou shalt not murder means. You killed my son. You took away my property. That's what it's really talking about. Chattel. All right? I lost the chest. I lost the car. You have to substitute, right? This is what's called lex talionis. This is what's called an eye for an eye. You killed my son. I can kill your son. You raped my raped my daughter. I can come and rape your daughter. Take your daughter as a concubine. I killed your slave. I can give you 16 camels, and we'd be even. In other words, in the Hammurabi Code, it said the same thing. The rules were exactly the same, but it was the interpretation that was entirely different. For Hammurabi, it meant that you made me lose property. If I made you lose property, you have to restore that property. Doesn't matter if an innocent third person is killed as a result of that. My poor son, he didn't do anything wrong. Judaism says no. First of all, ish becheto yumatu. Every single individual is responsible for his own deed. You can't punish a third innocent party for the crime of another person. Secondly, when you take a person's life, you're not committing a crime against his owner. You're committing a crime against the owner of every human life. And that's God. The Western world adopted the Jewish point of view, not Hammurabi's. How do we charge a person who's committed a murder? The state of New York versus John Doe. The Queen versus John Doe, the murderer. The state versus John Doe. In other words, you've committed a crime. They've just secularized it. Instead of saying God, you've committed a crime against the state. Not against the family of the victim. We introduced the idea of the sanctity of life. Every single mitzvah in the Torah, 613 of them, can be reduced to the sanctity of human life. And you'll see as we go along. These were revolutionary ideas included in the Bible 3,300 years ago when people were eating other people alive. When people were killing other people's sons and raping other people's daughters with impunity. And the Bible comes and says, no. Every single day in the Shema we say as follows. We say in the second paragraph of the Shema, V'natati esa b'sadcha, I will give you grass in the fields. V'achalta v'savata, you should eat and be satiated. Livhem techa v'achalta v'savata. For your animals, and you should be satiated. You know what the rabbis learned from this? Listen to this. Blow your mind. Blows my mind every time I talk about it. And that is that a person is not allowed to eat unless they fed their animals first. I've given the grass of the field to your animals. Then you can eat and be satiated. But until your animal is eaten, you can't be satiated. Want to hear something even more incredible? And that is that you're not allowed to do something that causes another person pain, another person distress. So let's say you go into a restaurant and you order, filet mignon, or you order flounder, whatever it may be, okay? Anything aromatic, anything that has a good smell to it. The rule is, according to the Code of Jewish Law, that's what it says there. It says that you're not allowed to eat until you offer the person who serves you the food. Would you like a little? That's Jewish law, because what you're doing is you're causing that person a hardship. You have a housekeeper serving you at home. Would you like a little? Even if they've eaten first, even if you have a deal with them, I'll give you filet mignon and I'll eat the goulash. You're not allowed to do that. You have to offer them first. It's like astounding, just astounding. Beyond that, and we'll see this in, I guess, next week also, one of the things that we're not allowed to do is you're not allowed to finish everything off on your plate. Contrary to the conception of Jewish mothers, SS mein Kind, they're starving, and Biafra, you better eat, don't leave anything on the plate. You're required to leave something on the plate. That's the ethical way of eating. Why? To remember that there are poor people in this world who have nothing to eat.